What's going on, world? It's your boy, Kuya P. This is the NRW. Nerds rule the world. And as you see on the screen, I have a special guest. She's a certified nerd, too. You've seen her dressed up with the Batman, the Harley cosplays, all of that. She got that love for us nerds out here in the nerd culture. You've seen her on Naked News. Right now, she is on ASN Magazine for the March feature. Nominated. Shout out to the homie right now. What she got? She got International Content Creator, Independent Female Model of the Year, North American Cam Model of the Year, as well as Female Model of the Year. She will be also available and to be seen. You can check her out, get some merch, show love, get some selfies at all the Exoticas this year in the Bad Dragon booth. I will be there when she comes through so I can get my selfie. Miss Marina Valmont. Air horns are going off right now, Marina. It's in post, so you don't get deafened. But just showing you love. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having me on the show. I am a certified nerd, so I love being here.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I saw the cosplays. I think that might have been where I first kind of like got introduced to you because I run a cosplay charity and everybody's always like, hey, you should talk to this person, that person. And I saw some of the cosplays. So it's a pleasure to talk to you. I got also familiar with Naked News and all of that. You've been out here in the game. You've been out here in these streets for a while doing it. And now getting nominated. Much love and congrats to you. We're going to rock that vote for y'all. And everybody watching this, I need y'all to go rock the vote. I'm going to have all the links in the description below so we can do that. Marina Valmont.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the love and support. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Definitely, definitely. When you come through, I'm in the DC area. We gotta rep in Exotica DC.
Yes, I'll be there.
Love it. So how's life? You gotta have some amazing vibes right now. With being currently in ASN Magazine for this month, as of this recording, it's March 2023. You got that feature, you got these nominations. How are you feeling? Are you tired? You gotta be tired.
I'm tired. I'm riding a high wave right now. I just got back from a content creator trip in Tulum, Mexico. So that was jam-packed, on the go. We filmed so many Naked News segments. We were live streaming for Cam 4 and also, getting content for our spicy sides. I'm One Tempted and OnlyFans. So, yeah.
I think so life is good. Life is blessed. When these nominations came out with the Bucharest Summit, what was that feeling like? Like, hey, Marina, you got nominated. Like when you got the call, how did that come about? And for 4 nominations there, homie.
4.
Like, what?
I've been hoping that I would get recognized and honored and just kind of waiting and hoping. And then I got 4 nominations. I would have been happy with just 1, but I was mind blown. I was so flabbergasted by it. And yeah, I'm happy just to be nominated, but if I win, that would be amazing too.
Let's go. It's just a sign of all that hard work you put in. And obvious titles as well. Content creator, you're killing it all the time. You've been doing with Naked News. You're not only, a model yourself, host, model, you're talking to these people. Like, I know the energy I have to expend with everything I'm doing, but I can only imagine.
It's a lot.
What have you learned doing this? And for people that are inspiring and aspiring and want to kind of follow your shoes, what do you tell people about what it takes to be Marina Valmont?
Be brave, be bold, break the mold, do what feels right for you. Maybe if it seems out of the box or weird or corny or cringe, just try it. It's all for fun, especially TikTok. You can do anything and just try new things and collaborate, work with your friends, make new friends, get out there, travel. Be sure to always have your phone on you when you're traveling, recording the memories, getting the good footage, and just live your authentic self. If you enjoy it, that's what people are going to want to see, as opposed to pretending, pretending you love Batman and you don't. Imagine. But you can see my passion for it, and that's what brings excitement and makes people bond and feel familiar because you're loving the same thing, and just be yourself, as hard as that can be.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I love that you said that. And I will tell you from an outside point of view, you and I just met, but it reads, honestly, that when I've seen some of your work, like it looks very genuine. It looks very authentic. And I think that is what makes, you know, people like me, fans of yours now, that are going to gravitate towards you when they can tell that it's coming from a real place and an honest place. And so that's why I know personally why you're getting all those nominations, because that's what I want to see as a fan and as a consumer of this content. Is we want to see that it's real.
You want
so
the love and the passion.
Yeah, I love it. So props to you. So let's take it back then a little bit. Did it take you a while? Because I know for myself, and now where I'm at in life, it took me a while before I became confident and showed my true authentic self. Were you always like that? Can we take it back in the day? How did you come into you and like, yes, I am Marina Valmont. Fuck you if you don't feel that, because I'm gonna be Marina Valmont.
Well, I was always a really quiet kid. I was a little shy, and because of that, and I was bullied. So I had to overcome that, like the judgment and like the bad feelings. But what I did was I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna let people's opinions of me weigh me down, and that's their opinion of me. It doesn't need to be mine. There are people who are gonna love you, there are people who are gonna hate you, but if you're yourself, that's what you have to do, you know? So what I did was I just started modeling in the Toronto scene, and I entered a bikini pageant on a whim. I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. This is like 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna work out hard, and I'm gonna enter and see what becomes of it. So I entered, so nervous, like shaking legs, and I didn't win. I didn't place, but I had a great experience. And from there, I made some connections and started getting like promo work and doing car shows, music videos, traveling, and it all snowballed and became a bigger thing. So also, more advice I would give is don't give up.
Yes.
You know, it's a journey. I've been doing this for 10 years. You don't see all the work that I did, but it took a long time, and it took a lot of effort to get here.
Exactly. People don't see the struggle. As an actor as well, it's 95% no before you get that 5% yes, and then you're moving on and you're going on with that project. You gotta love it, and I'm happy to see and so excited to see that you stuck through it. Because again, from having followed your career in different ways, you can see the genuine authenticity and true passion for what you're doing. And with you, let's start with like you said you were modeling, and well, you were doing the modeling, and I'm aware of it. And then I think Naked News is what kind of put you on the map.
Yeah.
I'm very open with my sexuality. I grew up all over the world. And I think that is also what contributes to me being very open with ourselves, because it's very closed-minded in America. And I think
So close-minded.
What kind of holds people back. So you grew up in Canada and doing Naked News, where you are literally bearing yourself to the world. Did that self-confidence go like to another degree? What was that like with you? In your mind, and if you can talk on that, just that vibe of, that change in self-awareness and building upon that for yourself, and just again giving the middle fingers in the air to all the haters, because you and you can only do you and live your best life.
So before I got into nude modeling, I was doing bikini pageants, like I said, and from there I eventually went to topless, but it was a real thing in my mind to go fully naked and go bottomless at first, because I'm like, what is my mom gonna think? What are everyone I grew up with? What are they gonna think? And then I'm like, I don't know them, and like I haven't talked to them in years. What does it matter what people that I grew up with, my grandparents, think? Why? They're not living my life. They'll just be like mad for a minute, and if they're gonna judge me and not want me in their life for a decision like that, for Naked News, I'm like, this opportunity is too big. So the first few times they asked me to audition, though, I said no, because I just wasn't there yet, confidence-wise, with not caring what the world thought. And I'm like, also, I was thinking, oh man, this is on the internet. This is gonna be here forever. People are gonna like put it everywhere, and they have. I went for the audition, and I realized that I loved it. I loved every aspect of it. I love the camaraderie of the other anchors. I love that they expose us to new travels. I didn't know there was a nude beach in Toronto. I didn't know about hedonism in Jamaica. I didn't know about any of those amazing places. So from there, and being naked and just being comfortable to be just like in the sun, I started exploring my sexuality more, and I fully embrace that I'm bisexual. I'm an exhibitionist, and yeah, I think being a naked news anchor really plays into my exhibitionist side, because my favorite ones are being topless or naked and interviewing a clothed person. That's so much more fun for me. I'm like, yes, the dynamics.
Yeah, I dig it. I love it. I love it. I love again. It reads from as a viewer, as a fan, as a producer. I you're probably understanding a lot of the words because not a lot of community knows that. But no, I love that, and because that's what you want when you're kind of giving this show to the people. But it's coming from a real place and it's real, and that's again what we want. So man, you're killing it, getting these nominations. Again, I want to remind everybody, please vote for the homie Marina Valmont. I'm gonna have the links in the description below. She's up for 4 different categories. We're gonna vote the hell out of it so we can have her winning all of those nominations, as well as check her out at all the Exoticas this year at the Bad Dragon booth. And again, she's in ASN Magazine. Marina, man, again, as a fan from the outside, seeing all the work you're doing, it takes a lot of energy, but you kill it and you still are out there. But with that also being said, let's talk about that elephant in the room too. With okay, we're out here, we're proud of ourselves, but we get the stalkers and everything like that. How do you deal with insane fans, crazy fans? While we love our fans, some fans get a little crazy with it, and they got to fix that. Maybe some suggestions for those my fellow model friends that watch what I do, and how you can relate to them and tell them what they need to do to be careful with some of these people out here.
I'm always very, very careful. So like if I'm filming anything anywhere, I make sure there's no papers on the wall or envelope with my address just like sitting around, my date book saying like, I'll be at this restaurant at 5 p.m. next Wednesday. I'm very cautious of that. I'm cautious of filming outside and like getting like a window shot or a balcony shot. Like I'm mindful of my environment and keeping it out of view as much as possible. When I'm on the road and going to events like Exotica, I always have a buddy that I connect with. We travel together. It makes the time go by faster and it's more fun, when we're traveling or going out to eat. But always we're just mindful of our surroundings and each other and just very cautious. I never put a drink down and then go back to it. That's a big one. That is probably like the biggest one. And I try not to leave any identifying marks on my hotel room door, if that makes sense.
Okay. That's an interesting one, but I got you.
I was at an event and they had, the do not disturb.
Yeah.
And only the performer rooms had like a special, like do not disturb sponsored by like an adult company. So I saw that and I'm like, oh no, this is not going on my door. Do disturb me, please.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I have so many friends in the industry, and I want them to be careful. And with you, because I know you travel a lot, I'm curious, like, you're well versed, I would assume, being that you do so much more than the norm. Let's be real, because of the work that Naked News does and all of that. So, be careful out here, people.
I have my street smarts. That's what helps me a lot of the time.
All right. So when we're out here doing the work, we're busy. How does Marina find time for herself? What do you do? Because this is NRW, Nerds Rule the World, and I know you're a Batman fan. You get into the cosplay. What do you get into? Like, how do you find censor in the insanity of the crazy life that you live? And what are you into?
It can be very, very chaotic. So I like to decompress. I love my favorite is Batman. I really resonate with him because I was thinking about this earlier on my drive. I was thinking, why do I love Batman so much? And it came to me. I'm like, he I suffer from depression sometimes. So the fact that he wants to isolate himself and he's in his cave and he's moody, like I get that, but he still has love for his city and his community, his people, and he wants to take care of them. So I really relate with him. So I'll read graphic novels, I'll watch movies. I'm also a big Marvel fan, but Marvel's good. It can be a little too cheery sometimes. I like the doom and gloom of DC. I like Sandman. I like Justice League Dark. I like Constantine. I like the fantasy and the magic. Okay. So I'll try and watch movies that take me out of my head and just put me like in a fantasy world. And just like I can put myself there. It makes me want to cosplay. Just motivating, and it feels good.
I dig that. I love that. All right. I'm super excited. I'm a big Marvel head, but I will say I'm a DC fan as well. I love all comics because I actually have a comic book coming out very soon at San Diego Comic-Con. So we'll talk about that at another time. But yeah, I'm love that now James Gunn is involved. I don't know if you're like really getting nerdy about it with his involvement and how they're going to reboot the DC universe. But yeah, I dig all that. I started getting lost in my train of thought here because I got nerdy. But cosplay, again, I found you with cosplay in different respects. What do you love about cosplay? Do you remember your first cosplay? Like, when did that start in a way? Did that like the modeling promo days? Like, how did you get into cosplay?
My first cosplay was, I had a naked news segment. Okay. And I was covering Toronto Toronto Fan Expo. So I've always loved like comic books and movies, but I didn't know how to get into cosplay. I was like, I can't compete in this realm. They make their own costumes. They're so good at it. I would come and like, I can't. So I'm going to buy a costume, and it just won't like add up. It won't measure up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to cover this event and I'm going to go in cosplay. So I went and I got Padme from Star Wars, and I got her beautiful white outfit, little gun. I put my hair in a bun, and I loved it. And from there, I met Fernello. He's a reality TV star from Skin Wars, and he's a body painter. So we started doing body paint cosplays.
Love it.
Harley Quinn was our first one, and oh my gosh, it was so spectacular. We had a makeup artist. And I got my hair was all in like pigtails. I was blonder at the time. So phenomenal. I have a picture hanging up on my wall. And yeah, some of my most well-recognized work. It's just phenomenal.
I love it. I love it. Is it the going to the experience with the fans and when they see you in this amazing work that you're vibing off of, or is just for yourself, like, and how long did it take you, or what has the longest time with the body paint stuff that do you think it took?
It can take up to 4 hours. Yeah. But usually it takes 1 to 2 hours. We try and keep it short for Exotica. So I was in LA recently for X3 and I got body painted as Spider-Man. And then
I saw that. Yeah.
I entered the cosplay contest. It was so amazing. The crowd response. And I got down, I did the pose.
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my second favorite superhero.
Okay. I dig that. Awesome. So man, you're killing it with the Spider-Man, killing it with the Batman. You're just doing all the things. What is like, again, you're nominated with 4 nominations. You're going to be at all the Exoticas. 2023, you're already killing it. Like, what more is Marina Valmont going to do in 2023 that we can look forward to? Or what is your goals still? Because like, girl, you're surpassing it. Like, I've been following you and with what you're doing. Like, you're going and you're exceeding. Like, what is the dynasty, in your villain mode right now? Like the takeover. What is Marina Valmont going to do right now?
I want to dominate social media, all of it. I want to dominate. I'm doing well on Instagram. I want to dominate on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel, Marina Valmont, and I want to dominate on TikTok because I feel like that is the strongest platform out there right now. So I'm doing well, but I'm going to smash it this year. Yeah, and then Twitter. Yeah, just be a social media empire.
Like, move over Logan Paul, move over all these people out here. Marina's taking over. Let's go. So
And I'm going to bring nudity to the forefront.
let's go. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Free the
What do you enjoy the most, like with the content? Because you do a lot of everything. Do you enjoy like setting up like the interviews with? Do you like those conversations, or just like off the wall segments of just life? Like, what do you find the most? What takes the most work as well?
I love producing, but producing on location does take a lot of work. So I'll plan trips. I did this year in Las Vegas for AVN. I produced a million gazillion segments and setting up the interviews, the schedules, and I do double duty because I go to these events and I'm a naked news reporter, but I'm there for myself. So I'm also signing and meeting the fans, and I bring naked news along.
I can only imagine.
It's so much, but I love it. I love bringing the fans with me and showing them what I'm doing.
Well, you are killing it, man. I get tired even thinking of it because I know half the work I have to do. But it's amazing, and just all the love. Again, that's why you got these nominations, because you're putting in that work and it shows, and it's real. Outstanding. I just love seeing people get the recognition they deserve for the work they put in, and you've been doing that. From
I appreciate that
perspective. Definitely. Everybody, Marina Valmont, y'all check her out. She's going to be at all the Exoticas this year. I'm going to check her out, especially when she comes through the DC area where I'm at. And I think I'll be traveling a little bit too, because shout out to the homie Erica Icon at the Rub PR, who also helped put this together. She's the bestest. I love her. So hopefully I'll see you around, Marina. I got to meet you in person.
We're going to get a picture and a hug.
Definitely. So everybody, you can check her out at all the Exoticas. Make sure you vote for her for Best International Content Creator, Independent Female Model of the Year, North American Cam Model of the Year, as well as Female Model of the Year. She deserves it. As well as you can check her out on ASN Magazine, the main feature from March. Marina Valmont, again, this was a delight to talk to you. I've been checking you out off and on throughout the years, and now to finally have this conversation with you and to meet you virtually through the Zoom. It's a delight, and I look forward to meeting you in person when you're doing the Exotica circuit.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meeting you too.
Thank you so much. Everybody, check out Marina Valmont. All of the links are going to be in the description below. It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World.